Hello, grade 6 students. I hope you are doing well. So here we start with our third lecture. Today we will be talking about writing the parts of the paragraph. And this is Miss Maha Mohsen. Here you have a YouTube video. It's fun to watch this video and it includes all the information that we will be talking about in this lecture. So first, before we start with the definition of a paragraph and the parts of the paragraph, I want you to look at this paragraph and to check your knowledge. So I will read this paragraph for you. Bicycles are popular today in many countries for three reasons. First, most people use bicycles to exercise. To illustrate, in Holland, people think riding a bicycle is a better way of keeping fit and staying healthy than other sports. The second reason is money. Generally, bikes are not expensive to buy and they are quite cheap to fix. Thirdly, they are suitable for city life. In cities, many people prefer bikes to cars because unlike cars, with a bicycle, they never have to wait in traffic. In brief, having a bicycle is beneficial for people for different reasons. So first of all, I want you to look for the parts of the paragraph in this paragraph and to look if this paragraph is written well or if it is missing anything. I want to show you the beginning of the paragraph here. Bicycles are popular today in many countries for three reasons. First of all, you have to know that when we start writing a new paragraph, we have to indent. Indent means to keep a space. So here we started without keeping a space. And when you write a paragraph, you have to indent. Now I will leave this for you to practice doing it on your own, and then you will move on with this video to see if your answers were correct or not. So a paragraph is a group of sentences that develop one topic or idea. It has three main parts. The first part is the topic sentence. It is called the topic sentence because it states the topic or the subject of the paragraph. The second main part is supporting sentences. The supporting sentences develop the topic. This means that they explain the topic sentence in detail. The last part is the concluding sentence. The concluding sentence summarizes the paragraph and or adds a final comment. A clear academic paragraph requires all of these parts. Now, I don't expect you to know a paragraph from this explanation. That is why I added here the same paragraph to show you how to write a paragraph. So first of all, as I was saying, you have to indent. Let me annotate and show you. Here, you have to keep space. It's called to indent. So here's, you must keep a space. It means that you have to indent at the beginning of a paragraph. This is the first thing in writing a paragraph. The second thing, let me show you. The second thing is, of course, when we write a paragraph, we start with a capital letter, like the letter B. So when we have to write a paragraph or any sentence, we start it we start the first word, the first letter with a capital. It must be a capital letter. So these are rules that we have to follow when we write a paragraph. And of course, we learned before how to write sentences and complete sentences, having the complete thoughts. And if you know to write a complete sentence, you will be able to write a paragraph. Next, I want you to look at this sentence that's colored in red. Bicycles are popular today in many countries for three reasons. And then, as I read before the paragraph, you can see that we were talking about first thing, second, and lastly, we were adding details. These are all details. For example, most people use bicycles to exercise. the reason they use bicycles is that bicycles are cheap. They don't cost them money. And the last thing is that they are suitable for city life and they can move between the cars quickly and they don't have to wait in traffic. So all these sentences in green are called the details or the supporting sentences. They are all details about the same topic, which is bicycles. So the topic here, let me write it for you. The topic is bicycles, okay? So the topic is bicycles. And the main idea about bicycles is that they are popular today in many countries for three reasons. So the first sentence in red is the topic sentence. The topic is bicycles. The topic sentence says that bicycles are popular in many countries for three reasons. And then comes the, let me show you, then comes then comes the supporting details, which are 1, 2, and 3. So these are supporting details for this main idea about the topic bicycles. After that, you have, in cities, many people prefer bikes, and this is still an illustration of this idea. At the end, you have number 3. You can see number 3, it's highlighted in a different color. In brief, having bicycles is beneficial for people for different reasons. In brief, which means in conclusion. So we are briefing, we're summarizing all that we have said before. So this is the concluding idea or the concluding sentence. In brief, having a bicycle is beneficial for people for different reasons. So let me say this again. The topic is bicycles. We're talking about bicycles. The topic sentence and the main idea is that bicycles are popular in many countries for three reasons. And here we added the supporting details. First of all, bicycles or people use bicycles to exercise. And because they are cheap, they don't cost them money. And lastly, because they are suitable for city life. And here, after each topic, after each supporting detail, we can illustrate and add more details or examples. And when we finish, our paragraph should end with a concluding sentence. Now, let me clear everything. And let me show you this. As I showed you before, topic sentence highlighted in red, supporting sentences and details in green, and the concluding sentence in blue. So we can relate to this image. It looks like, the paragraph looks like a burger. So the top bun is the topic sentence at the beginning, and the bottom bun is the concluding sentence at the end. And in between them, we have all the details. For example, lettuce, first supporting detail, tomato, second supporting detail, meat and cheese, third supporting detail. And you can realize that the top bun and the bottom bun, so they are both buns, which means they are similar. So the concluding sentence is, of course, similar to what was said before, but it summarizes the main idea. So the main idea is that bicycles are popular today in many countries for three reasons. So for that, having a bicycle is beneficial for people for different reasons. Three reasons, different reasons. Okay, so what is a topic sentence? Before starting to write a paragraph, we should have a topic. And then after having a topic, we write the topic sentence. So a topic is the general idea of a paragraph. It is what gives the answer to the question. What is the paragraph about? In the example we showed, the paragraph is about bicycles. For example, German, Italian, English are all examples of the topic languages. The topic sentence. So the topic sentence is usually the first sentence of a paragraph. It contains the main idea, which is developed in the rest of the paragraph. The main idea about the bicycle being so beneficial for people for different reasons. A topic sentence must be a complete sentence, of course. You remember we talked about complete sentences before. The topic tells us the subject, which means what the paragraph is about, which is in the example, the bicycles. And the controlling idea makes a specific comment about the topic, what the paragraph is going to say about this topic. Let me show you again. Here, the topic is bicycles and the controlling idea. So what does the paragraph have to say about this topic, bicycles? It's going to talk about how bicycles are popular today in different countries for 3 reasons. So this is the controlling idea. And this is the topic, and together they make the topic sentence. In other words, the controlling idea shows the reader what the rest of the paragraph will say about the topic. It limits the topic to a specific area to be discussed in a single paragraph, because we can talk about so many topics or so many ideas about the bicycles, but here we are talking only about why bicycles are famous and beneficial. So a topic sentence has 2 main parts, as we said, a topic and a controlling idea. Both together, they make the topic sentence, which is at the beginning of the paragraph. In this example, the topic is caffeine. Caffeine is a substance that's present in coffee, in tea, for example. A specific comment is then made about the topic. The comment is the following: it has several harmful effects on health. For example, when someone drinks so much coffee, the coffee has an amount of caffeine. So this means the person is taking a big amount of caffeine. And this paragraph, for example, will talk about the harmful effects on health of drinking so much caffeine. From this topic sentence, the reader immediately knows that the supporting sentence will explain or prove how harmful caffeine can be. So the controlling idea may be found either at the beginning of the sentence or at the end of the sentence. So we can start with the topic and then put the controlling idea, or otherwise. Start with the controlling idea and then write the topic. Here you have 2 examples. Students who are studying abroad. This is the topic. We are talking about students who are studying abroad in a different country than their home country. These students may face many difficulties. This is the controlling ideas, the difficulties that students who are living abroad may face. We can say it the other way around. There are 2 main advantages of working from home. So the topic is working from home, and we will be talking about 2 advantages of working from home. So after writing the topic sentence, as I said, we have to start writing details about that topic. So what are the supporting sentences or the supporting sentences that include supporting details? Supporting sentences come after the topic sentence and they make up the body of a paragraph. What do? They give details to develop and support the main idea of the paragraph. The supporting sentences in a paragraph explain or develop the topic sentence. How do I write them? You should give supporting facts, details, and examples. The supporting part can be narratives, details, facts, examples, explanations, or statistics. All of the supporting sentences relate to the main idea stated in the topic sentence and show why it is true. So here we have a sample paragraph again. There are 3 reasons why Canada is one of the best countries in the world. We already talked about the topic sentence. Here, Canada is one of the best countries, and 3 reasons why Canada, this is the uh, controlling idea of the topic Canada. So in this example, I want you to focus on the supporting details because we already talked about the topic sentence and topic idea. So here, look with me first. Canada has an excellent healthcare system. First, this is the first idea I'm going to talk about as a supporting idea for the topic sentence. Canada has an excellent healthcare system. I'm elaborating more. All Canadians have access to medical services at a reasonable price. So this is the supporting detail, the supporting sentence. And here I'm also explaining it more or elaborating on that idea. Second, this is the second supporting sentence. Canada has a high standard of education. I'm explaining this sentence. Students are taught by well-trained teachers and are encouraged to continue studying at university. Finally, this is the third supporting sentence. Canada's cities are clean and efficiently managed. I'm elaborating. Canadian cities have many parks and lots of space for people to live. As a result, this is the concluding sentence. Canada is a desirable place to live in. So after writing the topic sentence, the supporting details at the end, we write the concluding sentence. So the conclusion of a paragraph signals the end of the paragraph. It's at the end and it summarizes the main points of the paragraph. So we rewrite the main points, but in a shorter way. So for example, here, these are the main points in red, and in the supporting sentences and the details we elaborated, we explained them, but here you can look at the concluding sentence. It's short, it summarizes the main idea. We don't elaborate so much in the concluding sentence and we don't add any new details. So it summarizes the main points of the paragraph and relates them to the topic sentence. It gives also a final comment on the topic and leaves the reader with the most important ideas to think about. It can make you can make a suggestion or a prediction. In the concluding sentence, you can make a suggestion, a prediction, you can give your opinion, feelings. So a concluding sentence is not absolutely necessary, but it's very helpful to the reader since it signals the end of the paragraph and reminds the reader of the important points. The concluding sentence often closes the paragraph by returning the main idea of it. They do this by repeating a key word or phrase from the topic sentence. For example, topic sentence, there are many reasons why people live in the country but not in cities. Conclusion, in conclusion, living in the country is much better than in the city. Topic sentence, forests are important for life on Earth. Conclusion, to sum up, if there were no forests, there would be no life on this planet. Topic sentence, there are some important qualities of a good boss. Conclusion, all in all, a qualified boss should be fair, should be a good leader, and should act with consistency. Now, I want you to look at the way I'm writing these concluding sentences. Here, I started with in conclusion, here to sum up, and here I started with all in all. So, sorry, what do you think these are what I wrote at the beginning? What are these? So let me show you what these are. These are called transitional words. Transitional words are words that I use to connect sentences with each other because I'm writing one paragraph about one topic and all these sentences in that paragraph are related to each other. So if I write these sentences and I move from one sentence to the other suddenly without connecting the sentences. They look like they don't make one coherent paragraph and as if they are not related to each other. So let's look at two examples. If we're moving too suddenly, people who lose their temper often become irrational. Point. I'm starting a different sentence, a new idea. A wrong person may be victimized. So here in a paragraph, if we're writing these two sentences would look like they are not related at all. But in a paragraph, we said that all the ideas are related. So what I should do here is that I should add a transitional word that connect these two sentences. This is number one and this is number two. Okay, let's look at this example. People who lose their temper often become irrational. As a result of this, a wrong person may be victimized. So now I connected these two sentences with this transitional or with these transitional words. And in this way, the sentences make more sense. So to avoid sudden changes, let me remove these. To avoid sudden changes, you can use transitional words. However, you should not overuse them. So don't use them too much. Just use them whenever it's necessary for clarity. So for the reader to understand the connection between your sentences. So here you have the uses of the transitional words. How do we use them? To add ideas in addition. For example, you can write in addition, besides, moreover, also, furthermore. Here is an example. For example, for instance, to illustrate. So if you're writing an example, you write for example, or for instance, or to illustrate. If you're adding a new idea, you write in addition. If you're summarizing, you can say in conclusion, in summary, in short, in brief, to sum up one of them. You choose one of them. To conclude, all in all, on the whole. If there is a result, so as a result, you can add of this. Therefore, consequently, thus, if it's a compare and contrast, in contrast to, but, however, on the other hand, yet, whereas, on the contrary, nevertheless, explanation, if you're explaining the idea, you can write that is, and you explain it. You can write in other words, or to put it in a different way. If you're emphasizing the idea, if it's an important idea and you need to emphasize it, indeed, in fact, truly. So you write truly, for example, and you write the idea that you want to write. And that idea would be related to an idea that you wrote previously. So let's practice what we have learned. Here you have the first exercise. You need to find the topic of the words below. For example, number one, you have elephants, zebras, lions, and tigers. I solved this for you. So here you have topics. So the topic is forest animals, computer, music, weather, or shapes. You have to choose the correct one. So here, these are all forest animals. So the topic is forest animals. I want you, if you are an online student, pause this video and think of the rest. And now I will be continuing and giving you the answers. Number two, modem, monitor, mouse, keyboard. You can know that these are all part of a computer. So the topic is computer. Jazz, rock, classical blues. These are all keywords related to music. Snowy, rainy, stormy, windy. These are all descriptions of the weather. So the topic is the weather. Circle, oval, cube, square. These are all under the topic shapes. So I hope it's clear by now. Exercise number two, underline the topic once and highlight the controlling idea of each topic sentence below. You remember we talked about the topic and the controlling idea. So the first example, I solved it for you. When parents get divorced, comma, children often face problems. So the topic here, we're talking about divorce, parents who get divorced. As a result of that, children may face problems. So in that paragraph, the author wants to talk about the topic divorce, and the main idea about that topic that the author wants to talk about is that the problems that their children may face. So the children often face problems. This is the controlling idea of the topic divorce. The second one, walking is good for your heart. The topic is walking, and the controlling idea, what are we going to talk about under this topic, walking? That it's good for your heart. Number three, watching TV is a good way to learn spoken English. So the topic is watching TV. What are we going to talk about under the topic watching TV? It is that it's a good way to learn spoken English. So this would be, let me show you, this would be the controlling idea. This is the controlling idea. Let me circle it. Okay. These are the controlling ideas. And let's underline the topics. Here it's walking, and here it is watching TV. All right. So let me remove them and move to the last exercise. In exercise number 3, I want you to do this on your own first. Exercise number 3, read the topic sentences or the topic sentence below and think of suitable supporting sentences to complete the paragraph. I wrote only one topic sentence. You can improve your English in several ways. The topic is improving your English, and the supporting idea is that there are several ways to improve your English. And here are the sentences that you can write, the supporting details. First, you can watch movies in English or English movies. You can hear to the characters in that movie speaking in English. So this way you learn English. Second, reading English books can improve your English. And finally, practice speaking English with your friends and family. So these would be 3 supporting sentences that we add in the body. And here our lecture comes to an end. Please, if you have any question, you can send me an email. Have a nice day.